Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to Dave Takes It On. We're having to look today at advertising practices. So, the first question we need to ask is why advertise at all? It's a simple fact is that if your product is really good, maybe you don't need to advertise at all. If your product is just one of many, a mass product in a mass market, then maybe you need to advertise very heavily. So part of advertising comes down to the product that you make. Let's take an example. Ford, for example, Ford Motor Company. They make a mass market car. It's a very competitive market. So they do choose to and have to advertise. And Ford in a typical year will spend more than $1 billion advertising. The last full year, 1.4. Toyota, world's largest car manufacturer, famous name, everybody knows it, they spent $1.5 billion last year advertising. Volkswagen, $2.3 billion advertising. General Motors, $3.5 billion. That's quite amazing. So let's have a look at a comparable industry. We'll look at the, mobile phone industry. Let's have a look at Apple. This is a very competitive industry, hugely competitive. The big giants like the Samsungs, they're all there. So how much do Apple spend? And against the multi-billion-dollar sums that the motor companies spend, Apple's actual advertising is around about $100 million a year. It's less than a tenth, it's probably a 20th or a 30th of what the legacy motor industry pays. Then have a look at Tesla. Oh, theirs is nil. Well, I know recently they have done a few adverts, but it's only on X, previously called Twitter. So Tesla, which owns X, is actually just advertising on their own to give X some revenue so it looks better on the end of year's revenue results. But they don't need to advertise. Though recently, Tesla launched a Cybertruck, and you see some really happy, eager people going along to pick up their cars and then taking them out. And it literally was a matter of hours before the videos started flooding the internet, YouTube, and X. And what they were finding was every time they drive down a road, everyone stops to stare at it. It goes absolutely without exception. You can't drive down a road without people pointing at it, smiling, laughing, waving, or whatever.
It's really low down, actually.
It's really, yeah, this is at the low level.
Yeah, low level.
It has a high level. Let's know if you guys have any questions. We just picked up yesterday at the Austin, in Austin, Texas. Yeah, this is the all-wheel drive one. It's got 500 horsepower. Yes, these are the foundation upgraded package. These are the all-terrain wheels. They're gonna run like 400 to 500 to replace. Yeah. What's the first thing that pops out in your mind when you look at this?
It just looks like futuristic. It's crazy.
It's pretty cool, right? So this is the foundation one. It has about 500 horsepower. It's supposed to have.
Every time they pull into a supercharger, there are queues of people there just taking photos, selfies against the Cybertruck, asking, can they look inside it? Can they see it? Now, this is absolutely amazing because Tesla has not advertised this once. Not once. No advertising at all for the Cybertruck. And whenever you see one in the streets, we don't see them in the UK yet. I'm sure they will be here one day. Well, I'm hoping so. But wherever people see them, they crowd around. It raises a tremendous amount of interest. So, don't Tesla advertise? Well, they don't, although they do in a way, and that would be through their supercharger network. Well, the supercharger network is not an advert as such. The supercharger network is there to prove that you can buy an EV and you can travel anywhere in the country, and there is powerful, fast, reliable and cheap charging available to you. So everybody knows about the Tesla supercharger network, even people who don't have EVs. And everyone who thinks about buying an EV will always consider the charging of their car. It is one of the major factors in deciding whether or not an EV is suitable for you. So their supercharger network acts very much like an advert, an indirect advert. So we come back to the question, who needs to advertise? Apple don't need to. 100 million, that's absolute peanuts. That's pocket money to them. It's the world's most profitable company ever. And yet they virtually don't advertise. There are lots of products that don't advertise. So does this tell us anything about the legacy auto? It's a very crowded market. It is very competitive. If you look at different models from different manufacturers, you'll find for the same specification model, let's say a 1 litre, 4-seater hatchback, the prices are very, very similar. And so advertising becomes an absolute necessity. If you have a niche market, you've got no such worry. You often don't have to do any advertising at all. The product speaks for itself. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.
Well, thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe and click the notification bell so we can notify you next time we launch a video. And a massive thank you to all our Patreon supporters. It is your support that enables us to go out and make these videos for you. So thank you very much for your contribution. I'm Dave.